Escape for Survival is an event that will be running in Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage near the end of this current month. It's through the beginning of the first of the months coming after it being May. And I plan to tier for tier 50 or at least tier 100. And in this video, I'll essentially be going over a short introduction of who I am, what type of player I am, my history with Nightcore.25, my past accomplishments in attempting to tier, and then the team setup I already have. Online, I go by the username Soupstore, and I've been playing Colorful Stage since near its English server debut. The thing that made me want to download the game was my past interest in Vocaloid songs, and when I saw some familiar songs like Charles and Self-Inflicted Achromatic, I was like, well, now I have to download it. And I found out that those two songs were two of my favorite songs were allocated to the same group called Nightcore.25, which would then start my little, I guess, obsession with Nightcore.25. Nightcore.25's aesthetics, along with the themes and group's nature itself, is what drew me into it, because a group of music makers who operate at such a ridiculously late hour of the day, I feel like it's something that really comes from the Vocaloid aspect of the game. And so, since I'm a nerd and I wanted to learn more about the characters that were singing my favorite songs, I decided to actually read the main story instead of skipping through it like I did with the other groups. And God, the main story is so good. And I'm really sad that people don't talk about the main stories as much as the event stories, which makes sense because they're really old by now. And when it comes to Nightcore.25, the most popular character dynamic and thus the ship are mostly Mizuki Ena and Mafuyu Kanade. But I really do think that, disregarding the ships entirely for this moment, Mizuki and Mafuyu just have a really interesting dynamic in the main story that I feel like a lot of the fandom doesn't really talk about, with Mizuki being the one to infer Mafuyu's relationship issues with her mother. And during the scene in, I believe, chapter 18 or 19, when Mafuyu intends to disappear into the Sekai itself, she's the only one that backs down and realizes the hypocritical nature of telling Mafuyu not to go through with it when they're all believing the same thing. And I don't know, as the developments of the later events would go on, I just found myself being, not even as a ship, I just really love seeing Mizuki and Mafuyu's characters, grow, because they have so much in common. I've tried my shot at tiering for the first time on Mafuyu's Snow White event and just barely missed top 1k. So with a dream and vengeance, I tier later at top 1k for Ena's Nomad event and Mafuyu's Bug event. And eventually, I'd even reach top 500 for Mizuki's Ribbon event. I stacked up a pretty healthy amount of cans for those events, but never pulled on the banners themselves. Master Rank 2 Marionette, Miku, Hermit, Mizuki, and Ena, and Snow Mafuyu pretty much carried me the entire way through. But through sheer dumb luck, I've been blessed with all the limbs for Mafuyu on the English server. So far, only missing out on her Color Festival. So I'm determined to collect all her hairstyles now. And guess what event has a Mafuyu limited on it? I came so far on the Ribbon event with almost no preparation, so I decided I'd give Kitty a try with preparation, too, to see how far I'd get. I've been saving up my stamina since the end of Ribbon, and I honestly don't know if it'll be enough. But, fuck it, we ball. I'm gonna do my very best to tier as high as possible, and, wish me luck, please.